talk about what we're going to do. So we're going to do a little something different today. We're going to focus on side bending poses. We do a lot of extensions, we do some forward folds, but we don't do too many side bending poses. And they're important to the body and the breath in a lot of ways. If you just take your fingers and feel your rib cage, feel the bones. And between each of those ribs are muscles. And we need those muscles to breathe effectively, to help with our posture. And also in the abdominal area, we have 3 layers of muscles. The ones on the outside go up and down. On a deeper level, they go side to side. And then we also have these oblique muscles that come in on the diagonal. So we're going to be stretching those as well. And as always, go very gentle with your practice. And if something doesn't feel right, please feel free to adjust or sit out any dance. After our practice, we'll take a short break to check in, and then we'll have our meditation experience. And this week, we're going to be focusing on the practice of Tonglen, and I will explain more about that when we begin. So let's get ready to do our practice. Taking your seat, getting comfortable, and knowing that for the next hour or so, this is all you need to think about is being present in your body with your breath in the moment, just focusing on your practice. So let's just stretch the arms up, interlace the fingers, and reach it up. Feel those muscles between the ribs just stretching out. Let's just go a little bit from side to side, like a tree swaying in the breeze. Good. And circle your shoulders up, down, and back. Go the other way. And then let one go in one direction and the other in the other direction, and switch it up. Good. Finding a comfortable seat, allowing your feet to be flat on the floor, lengthening through your spine and lifting right from the crown of the head. Maybe even placing your hands lightly on the side body. So as you close your eyes and tune into the breath, begin to feel how the side body expands and responds to the inhale. Feeling broaden, widen, and then sink back as you exhale. And once you've tuned into that sensation and letting your hands relax on your lap and diving a little more deeply into the sensation of breath. Noticing any sensations in the body, any emotions that you bring to your practice. Always noticing the busyness of your thoughts. And give those thoughts full and complete permission just to rest quietly in your breath. Allowing your breath to get a little bit deeper now so that we breathe fully, belly, chest, and shoulders, and exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and finally the belly. bringing your attention back to your breath as often as you need to. Let's enjoy 3 more complete breaths. At the end of that third exhale, putting that technique aside and just allowing your natural breath to come back, noticing how you feel. And bringing your hands to heart center. Let's close our centering and move into the rest of our practice with an Om. Deep breath. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. So as you breathe in, let's move into some sun breaths, allowing the fingers to reach up. And exhaling, floating them down. If you like, looking up as you breathe in. And allowing your chin to fall towards your chest as you breathe out. So the next time your fingers reach overhead, let yourself pause in seated mountain. Feel your whole body from the soles of your feet to the tips of your fingers. Notice what's happening around the rib cage. Let's interlace our fingers and then press the palms up towards the ceiling. Just reach up as high as you can. Good. Exhale, reach it back. Inhaling back to center. Come into a little forward fold, part way. Good. Breathe it up. And reach it back on an exhale. Breathe it back to center. Exhale forward. Once more, lifting up. Press those palms away a little further. Reach it back. Bring your hands back to center, forward fold. Bring it up. And let's begin to go from side to side. So let this movement be pretty small at first. And then perhaps get a little bigger. But as you're bending to the side, allow your arms to stay straight. And imagine that your body is between 2 panes of glass so that you're not rocking forward or back. So let's arch to the right and just pause there. So press your palms away, ground through your sit bones on your chair. The whole left side body opening up. Great, bring it back. Reach up a little further and arch to the left. Again, palms pressing away, sit bones on the chair. Good, bring it back to center. Ooh, my arms are getting tired. Unhook your fingers, let them float down. Good, and just circle the shoulders a bit. So let's start with some arm sweeps, and we'll start with the left arm first. Reach it up. And then exhale, reach it over to the side, bring it up and down. All the way across the body and down. Sweep it across. Again, remembering to keep your sit bones on the chair. Good. So we want to localize that stretch right where we want it in the side body. So this time, as you reach over to the right, let yourself pause. Breathe. So we can add that little forward and back rocking movement here. So reaching back with the arm and then forward. This is just an optional movement. Good. Bring it back. Press those fingertips away one more time. Lower the hand. Take a breath. And we'll go to the other side. So right arm reaches up. I'm going to allow my left hand to fall. Give me a little deeper stretch. So sweeping across and bring it down. Sweep across, exhale. And bring it down. Sweep it across and down. So let's reach over and pause. Make sure your back is nice and straight. See if you can reach those fingers just a little bit further. Good. Add the forward and back rock if you like. And then I'm going to reach across one more time. Return that arm back and take a breath. A little bit of pause for breath. Let's move into our 6 movements of the spine. Starting with the dog and the cat, breathing the chest forward into dog. Head looks up, shoulders and elbows move back. Exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin, rolling off your sit bones. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember, breathing out through the mouth is always a good way to help bring a little more ease into the body. So feel free to do that. Let's go once more between dog and cat tilt. Good. Moving into our twist, we'll start with the right arm, stretching it out. Good. Exhale, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the chair. Begin with an in-breath, creating a long spine. And as you exhale, twist. If you like, crossing the left leg over the right. One more breath here. And exhale. Let it go as you return to the front. So let's add that other version of the twist where we face the back of the chair. So bringing both of your feet over to the left. And remember, when you reach around to take hold of the back of the chair, lower down on that so your shoulders stay relaxed. Nice long spine to begin, feet flat on the floor. And let the exhale bring your arms around to the back. But we work this twist in the same way, lengthening as the breath comes in and twisting as you exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Let's come around to the front and do both of those on the other side. So now it's your left arm that reaches out. See if you can reach right across to the other side of the room. Good. Bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the side of the chair. chin in a nice neutral position at the midpoint of your chest. Crossing the legs if you like. One more nice deep breath. And exhale, coming out of that version, getting ready for the other twist. So both feet come to the right. Again, a nice straight spine to begin. And on an exhale, reaching around, holding on to the back of your chair. How does this variation of the twist feel different than the forward facing twist? Just notice. One more nice deep breath in. And exhale, let's come around to the front and get ready for thread the needle. We'll start with the right arm. Stretch it out long, slide it along your left thigh. So again, however far you go into this is entirely up to you. You can add the left arm out to the side or sweep it up. Head is relaxed. Breath is steady. Good. Inhale, untwist. And let's go to the other side. Left arm reaches out. Slide it along your right thigh. So you're easing yourself into thread the needle. There's no rush, reading sensation, choosing the options that work for you this morning. Good. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing yourself back around. Pause for a breath. So let's get ready for our walk next week. We'll do a little walking in place. And just know that there's lots of good acupressure points on the soles of your feet. So as you're doing this, you're waking up all those points. You can add your arms as if you were walking. Or you can join me in a little bringing the knee up to the elbow. Here we go. Remember, it's the knee coming up to the elbow, not the other way around. So we're actually giving the spine a nice little twist here too. So the next time that right knee comes up, let's take a hold wherever is comfortable for you. You can also use your yoga tie behind the thigh. I'm going to circle my ankle, going in one direction and the other direction. See if I can draw that knee up a little bit higher. Great. So holding on to the knee with your right hand, take your left arm out to the side, draw it back, palm facing forward. And then move that right knee out to the side, just like a gate opening. Nice steady breaths. Sole of your left foot flat on the floor. Good. Let's come into the figure four stretch. So remember your options, crossing at the ankle, at the knee. I'm going to place my foot up on top of my left thigh. Gently pressing down on the knee, up on the foot. And I'm going to add a little forward fold. Again, this is optional. Where do you feel the sensation? Make sure you're breathing steadily. Let's take one more breath here. Exhale completely. Come on up. So keeping your foot right where it is, whether it's crossed at the ankle, the knee, or the foot is on top of your thigh, we're going to do a little twist to the right. So bring your left hand to your knee and twist to the right. We're going to feel this twist way, way down in the side body. Good. And let's bring it back and uncross. Pause for a breath. Time to walk a little further. Here we go. So I'm going to add knees to elbows here. Feel free to join me if you like. Blow that breath out. Make lots of room. The more you blow out the breath, the more room you'll have for the next one to come in. So bringing the left knee up, we're going to pause. Hold on wherever is comfortable. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Notice if your shoulders are coming up here, just slide them down your back and circle your ankle. Let's go the other way. Great. So it's time to open the gate on this side. Right arm comes back. Elbow is out from the shoulder. Palm faces forward. And let's draw that left knee out to the side as far as it'll go. Remember, if you have difficulty taking a complete breath, you're probably too far into the pose and need to back up just a little bit. One more breath. And then guiding that foot back, moving into the figure four stretch, whatever variation is most appropriate for you today. Downward pressure on the knee, a little bit pulling up on the foot. And for more of a stretch, leaning forward. Nice, steady breath. Good. Inhaling, lifting your torso, and let's come into the twist on this side. So whatever position your legs are in, let them stay there. We're going to take the right hand, bring it to the left knee, and twist to the left. Good. Let's bring it back to center. Uncross and breathe. So we're going to move into a seated triangle pose. And we'll take this opportunity to kind of review some of the guidelines about how to best do twisting poses. So we'll do it while we're seated. And that way you don't have to worry too much about balance. So I'm going to separate my feet nice and wide apart. I'm going to take my left foot and just turn it out to the side. So let's reach up with the right arm. So feel where your feet are, feel where your sit bones are, and then gently reach to the left. Now, take that top shoulder and draw it back just to open the front of the body. Remember that the body is on a straight plane. Good. And both of your sit bones are on the chair. You can bring your left hand to the inside of the leg as you reach a little further. Allow the side body to open. Good. Put a lot of energy in that arm. Let it return you back to center. Take a breath and we'll go to the other side. So this time the right foot turns out, left foot turns in slightly. And I'm going to reach up with my left arm. So feel those muscles begin to warm up in the side body and reach. Right arm comes to the inside of the leg. Notice that top shoulder. Keep it on a nice straight plane with the rest of your body. This will put the stretch just where it needs to be. Great. Breathe it up. Lower that arm down. Walk your feet together and take a breath. Let's come up to standing. So there's a fun series of stretches we're going to do called the monkey stretch. So think about a monkey climbing a tree and picking a piece of fruit off. So we're going to reach up with one arm and reach down with the other, bending to the side. Bring the arms up and switch. And switch. Again, try to feel both feet flat on the floor. Body in a nice side stretch. You can reach a little further, let the hip be free. Just stretch. A couple more times. Oh, and reach. And this time, let's pause and stretch. Good. Bring that arm down, bring the other one up and pause and stretch. Good. Come on back up. Take a breath and let's go to the side of the chair. Beginning at the right side, the left side. I got to reverse it. And shift your weight now to the leg closest to the chair. So that'll be your right foot. Keep that knee nice and soft as you lift your left foot. Bring it up a little bit or a lot. As you bring that knee up, notice there's a tendency to lock the supporting leg. See if you can release that. Let the muscles do their job. Deep, steady breaths. Wonderful. So as we bring that foot down, let's take a nice, comfortably wide stance. So that means different things for different people. We're going to work on our standing triangle, but first we'll warm up with 5-pointed star. If you need to hold on to the chair with one hand, please feel free. Moving into goddess pose, creating a little bend in the knee, elbow bends. Add both arms if you do not need them for balance. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Good, and release. Setting up for triangle now. I'm going to turn my right toes so they're facing the chair, and I'm going to turn the left foot in slightly. Bring your hand to your hip, so you can feel the placement of it, and begin to push that hip out to the side and bring it back. Push it out and bring it back. We forget how much the hip is involved in the triangle. Good. So you're also drawing that hip back as you're pushing it out. Good. So keeping that hip pushed out, lift up your left arm and begin to arch towards the chair. Again, so remembering that nice straight plane, top of shoulder back, releasing the chair if you are able to do that. But it's perfectly fine to hang on. Nice, steady breaths. Good. Inhale, arm comes up, drops down. And join me in a little counter stretch here with your right arm. Let's get ready for straight-legged runner stretch. So turning both feet so they're facing the chair. Begin to bend at the hips, placing your hands wherever is comfortable for you. I'm bringing them down to the seat of the chair. You can also bring your hands behind you for a little more balance. Good. One more breath. Bring it up. And we'll move into reverse triangle. So making sure both feet are facing the chair, taking your left hand and bringing it to the seat of the chair. Sweeping the right arm up to the ceiling as you look towards the back. Nice steady breaths. Good. Inhale, bring it down. And bring yourself up. Step your feet together and take a breath. So we're going to do some movements towards the back of the chair before we go to the other side. We'll start by stretching out the quadricep muscle, which is the muscle right in the front of the leg. So shifting your weight to your right foot, begin to bend your left knee. If you can manage to capture the foot and draw the heel towards your buttocks, knees are soft. That muscle gets so tight. Good. Let's relax that and do the other side. So weight comes to your left leg. Let's bend the right knee. Good. Keep that supporting leg soft. Really important. Good. And let that go. So let's do a few of our standing jacks. So I'm going to come around to the front of the chair just so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stand towards the back of your chair. So we're going to step out to the left, bring the hands together. Good. And down. And to the right and down. Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit on this. Ha. 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 Make that sound with the breath. Ha. 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 Couple more. Ha. Ha. And back to center. And just pause. Let's go to the other side. So beginning by shifting your weight to your left leg. Again, the knee is soft. Let's begin to lift the right foot. So I want to make sure that that left foot is flat on the floor. Try not to curl your toes. The knee can come up a little bit or a lot. Breath is steady. Send that exhale breath out right through the sole of your feet. Just let it go. Good. Bringing that foot down, we're going to take a nice wide stance. Knees are soft. Reaching one arm out, other arm out if you don't need it for balance. 5-pointed star. Let that energy go right from your belly out through the crown of your head, fingertips, soles of the feet. And goddess pose. Knees bend. One arm, you can also hold on with one arm. Elbows back, chest forward. Nice, steady breath. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Great. Straighten the legs. Let's get ready for triangle. So, toes of the left foot face the chair. Right foot turns in slightly. So remember, hand on the hip to begin. We want to feel where the hip is and let it glide out to the side and bring it back. Let it glide to the side and guide it back. You always want to let that hip be a little bit free. And out. And in. So let's press the hip away and extend the right arm as you reach towards the chair. Good. Top shoulder back, releasing the chair if you like. Remember, it's optional. Nice side body opener. Great. Let's bring that arm up. Do a little counter stretch. And get ready for the runner stretch. So both feet are now facing the chair, as are my hips. And I'm hinging right at the hip crease. Don't lock those knees. Keep the knees nice and soft. Flatten the feet. Good. Inhale, come up. So let's get ready for reverse triangle on this side. I'm going to take my right hand, bring it to the chair. Left arm sweeps up and over. And of course, if you can't get the arm all the way up, just bringing the right hand to the chair will give you a little bit of a twist. Shoulder back. One more breath. Exhale, bring it down. Release that. Step your feet together. So let's finish with a downward facing dog and then another seated twist. So remember, your choices for down dog are to stand at the back of your chair and hold on to the back of the chair, or to come to the seat. Walk your hands away. Belly hangs down, chest hangs down. Let's pedal the heels, bending and straightening one knee at a time. Great. Let's release that and take a seat. So let's just do a few really easy twists, side to side. And then bringing it back to center, hands resting in your lap, allowing your eyes to close. And now is our time to check in. Body and breath, energy, emotions, whatever is showing up in your attention. Remembering that whatever practice you've had has been the perfect practice for you today. Everything is fine, just the way it is. Notice if you feel a little more open to the breath with all of those side bending poses that we did. Envisioning your rib cage expanding outward with each time you breathe in. And sinking back in as you breathe out. Allow that breath to be as smooth and effortless as you can. Letting your breath get a little bit deeper now and adding some of those final stretches, which you know would be best for you. Oh, I'm going to circle the other way. Then open your arms really, really wide. Good. Wrap your left arm over your right. Give yourself a squeeze. Open up the arms again. And this time wrapping the right over the left and squeeze. Coming back to center. Hands to heart center. And we'll close our practice with an Om. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings know peace. Namaste. And welcome to our meditation practice today. And I thought we would have a little practice that's known as Tonglen. And I first got familiar with this practice through the work of a Buddhist nun. Her name is Pema Chodron, and she has some wonderful books out there. This is a little one that I've got just specifically on Tonglen, how to do it, problems that might arise as you're doing it. But I love Tonglen because it is a process that's deeply connected with the breath. And we all know that when we breathe, when you think about it, each time we breathe out, we're sending out infinitesimal little particles of ourself. Yeah. And every time we breathe in, we're breathing in some of everything that's around us. So Tonglen is a way to use that. It actually translates to sending and receiving, or giving and taking. But that's where the similarity ends, because it's a practice that's designed to build courage, compassion, and connectedness. And we all know that when something is unpleasant, uncomfortable, painful, we want to breathe it out. We want to push it away. We want it to end. And when something is good and positive and joyful, we want to pull it in and we want to hang on to it. The practice of Tonglen is the opposite of that. What we are doing is breathing in the discomfort, the suffering, the darkness that we might see around us in the world or in a particular person, and we'll work through the stages of this. We take this in, and then we send out the positive, the healing, the love, the joy, the happiness, the compassion, the healing. So we're breathing in those things that make it difficult for other people, and we're breathing out our wishes for wholeness, health, healing, and love. So let's begin, and then we'll have a short time at the end. Know that this is a somewhat challenging practice. So with all practices, please remember to be kind to yourself. This is a practice. This is not a perfect. So first and foremost, get comfortable wherever you're seated. And allow your eyes to close. And just forget about everything in this moment except the breath coming in and out. There's no need to change anything about it in this moment. Just connect with it. And connect with a feeling of being completely here now. If thoughts are pulling you away, gently come back to the breath. You're breathing relaxed and naturally. If there's any restlessness, see if you're able to let it go. All of that thinking and planning we do, just put it aside for a few brief moments. And see if you can find a feeling of spaciousness, of room within yourself. And all around you, allow there to be this feeling of space and room. As you breathe in and out, perhaps letting those boundaries between within and without soften and begin to dissolve. Now begin to hold an impression, an image of positive energy, what it might look like or feel like. Maybe it's cool or bright or refreshing. As you breathe out, sending some of that lightness and brightness out into the space around you, to all beings. And now creating an image for the negative energies. Might be dark, thick, claustrophobic, restricted, tight. And holding that image of these negative energies, the next time you breathe in, see if you can't allow yourself to breathe in those energies that might be around you from all beings. Let's let this exploration get a little more personal. Think of a situation that invokes real feelings for you. It might be with someone that you care about deeply who is sick or suffering. Or perhaps you're simply worried about their well-being. See if you can connect with your feelings of love and concern for that person. Holding that person in your awareness as you breathe out, intentionally sending to them wishes for health, for healing, well-being in body and mind. For peace and ease. As you breathe in, drawing in whatever it is that might be contributing to their suffering. Taking in their pain, confusion, any obstacles that might be in their way. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in their suffering, their discomfort. And breathing out peace and ease. And if you can now, allow that wishes for peace and ease and healing to expand even more to all beings, whether near, far away. And as you breathe in, creating a space and ease with taking in those things that make others suffer. Gradually, intentionally releasing the technique of Tonglen and just allowing yourself to sit for a moment with your breath. Letting go of any judgments about what the practice has been like, and knowing that your intentionality in sending out positive into the world has had a good effect. And as you're ready, open your eyes.